Hey guys, Becca here with Riley's of Glen, and today we're down in Redlands, California at Wild Goose Coffee Roasters. They have been roasting our coffee for us for Wilshires for about the last 5 years. So today we're going to meet Nathan, the owner of Wild Goose, and he's going to tell us a little bit about their process. So go ahead and follow me. Owner of Wild Goose Coffee Roasters here in Redlands, and he's going to show us around and tell us a little bit about what he does here.
Hey, welcome. So glad you guys are here. This is Wild Goose Coffee Roasters. Fun fact, I actually used to be a high school math teacher way back in the day. Taught for 15 years, 12 of them at my alma mater, Ukaipa High School, so go Inland Empire. And I had this dream. What would it look like to start a business that was something I was passionate about, but also really helped benefit the community? And so coffee was a really great opportunity for that. If you consider where coffee is grown globally, the overwhelming majority of coffee is grown in economically depressed regions of our planet. And so by the very nature of fair commerce, the idea would be that we collectively can help create a better life for farmers living in economically depressed areas if we commit to purchasing fairly from those farmers. And so that's what Wild Goose is committed to from the very beginning. More than that, we've also committed to donating 10 pounds of food to local food banks for every pound of coffee that's purchased from us. So here stateside, good is being done. Across the globe, good is being done. And that was something I could throw myself behind. So over time, I was able to leave the classroom to do coffee full time. And that's been great. We've been around since 2008. So we've got a little bit of, we're long in the tooth as a business, I guess. So yeah.
And Nate was John's math teacher, my husband, in high school.
Yeah.
High school, right? Yeah.
High school, yeah, back in the day. So, but don't ask me math questions now. So I'm sure you're dying to wonder, how on earth does this happen? You know, is it like a small little thing that you guys are roasting in? Why don't I show you a little bit about our process? This is our roaster. It's a little bit bigger than you might have expected. And so the way this works is we have our green coffee, which I'll show you in a moment. We load the green coffee up to 25 pounds at a time up here in the hopper. When the drum reaches the desired temperature, we'll pull this lever, beans will drop down into the drum, where you can see they're rotating around, kind of like your dryer for your clothes, right? We want to keep the beans nicely agitated. So as the beans are cooking, we use temperature mapping software, because we're nerdy like that. And we want to make sure that we are applying the correct amount of heat, getting the right response from the beans. At a certain time when they're ready, we'll pull this lever, the beans will drop down into the cooling tray, and we cool the beans and then start the next batch over again. From there, we've got a weighing machine. This is my pride and joy right here. We drop the beans in, it gets vacuum loaded up to the top. Auto weighs 5 pounds or 12 ounces depending on what people are ordering, and then off it goes to our conveyor belt heat sealer, to the shipping station, and out to you. So if you've ever wondered what green coffee looks like, this is what green coffee looks like. So a little fun fact about the green coffee. If you look at what we would consider a coffee bean, it's actually half. That is what's wrapped with fruit on the tree. And so the farmers will pick the cherries off of the coffee shrub, run it through a machine that removes the outside fruit, and then oftentimes either run it through a bunch of troughs that would wash any remaining fruit particles off of the bean, or leave it out in the sun to dry. That would be called natural processed. There's a couple other intermediate processing methods as well. And then from there, we get what we would consider 2 coffee beans. Little fun fact. So we have before and after. Every coffee that we process is roasted fresh to order. So we don't have a storehouse of a ton of roasted coffee sitting there getting old and stale and gross. What we do is we roast it after it's been ordered. And so what Rachel's doing right now is roasting a nice fresh batch of Brazil. If you're wondering, how do we tell Brazil versus Kenya versus Colombia once it's roasted? The answer, magnets. Place the magnet down here. That tells all of us what it is. And that way we know, and you know. you know? So we actually have different categories of flavors in the coffees that we offer. We have what we like to call our comforting collection and also our adventurous collection. So comforting would be those coffees that inherently contain notes of like chocolatey, sweet, something that you would want to cozy up to by the fire. This happens to be our Brazil Mogiana, our most popular coffee in our comforting collection. For those of you a little bit more adventurous out there, we have the adventurous collection. These are going to be the coffees that have a lot more fruit notes to it. Yes, we do indeed have a coffee that has notes of Skittles and Fruity Pebbles. You have to taste it to believe it. But those are going to be the ones for a little bit more adventurous palate. So if you like the comfort coffees, stick with the C for the comforting. If you like something a little bit more zippy, then go with the adventurous collection.
Along with our video today. We've been working with Wild Goose now for about 5+ years. 5+, and it's been an awesome experience. So come check them out here in Redlands, or come up to Wilshire's and have a cup of coffee with us. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And buy a pizza while you're there.
That's right.
And then like, comment, and subscribe.
Or 2 pizzas. Bye-bye, guys.